Following the revelation of Brittany Higgins, the spotlight has been on Parliament House and its culture of silencing women who experience abuse and sexual assaults. There are 50 cases of sexual abuse and assaults in nursing homes every week. Why is there no outrage about this cold, hard fact? Why is nobody held accountable? And why have we as a community decided that older women are not counted and they don't matter?
Joseph Ibrahim.
Well, I think Amy should Yumi's made a terrific point, and I'll come back to that. I just want to make another point, is that asking the Prime Minister and leaving it up to him to react, I think, again, is nonsensical. It's pretty clear that you shouldn't lay hands on anyone without their permission. The other thing is this education to respond to an incident misses the whole point about preventing the whole issue from occurring in the first place. And Parliament can certainly establish something around the prevention of sexual violence in the workplace. In terms of nursing homes, since 2007, the Serious Incident Reporting Scheme has been reporting through to the Department of Health incidents of sexual violence that have been occurring, and these now number in their thousands. There has not been a single report from either government or Parliament or the department about what action has been taken and what's been learned from all of those assaults. Myself and my team have presented to at least 3 different parliamentary inquiries. We made the submission to the Royal Commission on 2 separate occasions, and we get absolute silence as if older women don't matter. And that I think is really outrageous and is an abomination on our society, that we ignore older women, our mothers, grandparents. Yeah, it really it makes me incredibly angry.
Mike Baird, you run an aged care service now. There's obviously been proposed recommendations put to the Royal Commission. We're going to learn what the findings of the Royal Commission are next week. This is not an easy one to solve, but from what you can see, how do we do that?
Well, I mean, this issue is the same. I mean, this is a very vulnerable group. And, I mean, ultimately, we're in a position that if an event takes place, you need to take the appropriate action. And there must be consequences. You must address it very seriously, individual, by case by case. Now, more broadly, as an industry and a sector, there is no tolerance whatsoever. There can't be.
But Mike, that can't be true. It's been 13 years that this has been visible in the department. This is reported annually, and there's been no systemic change in the aged care sector. The Royal Commission has not, in fact, made any recommendations on the prevention of sexual violence in the council assisting. So that's a major issue. The review by the federal government into the Serious Incident Reporting Scheme was asking staff to judge whether a person was impacted, and were more concerned about the reporting burden than the trauma it caused to older women and their families.
Yeah, well, Joseph, I mean, I'm not in any way disagreeing with you. I mean, part of the reason we're here tonight is there's a number of issues that haven't been addressed. And this is an incredibly important issue. Matters of broad care are incredibly important. Every single one we have to do better on. And the onus is on the providers. The onus is on the sector.
Mike, how would you motivate government, given that you've been the Premier? How would you motivate government and the department to take action?
Well, no, Joseph, that's on us. You know, that's on the providers. You know, we oversee these residential homes. We have.
So then, do you think the provider should be criminally responsible for those actions? Are you taking that level of responsibility to the sector?
Well, yeah, I mean, it is important you do it case by case, Joseph. I think the broader issue...
Sorry, Mike, but case by case does not address what is in fact an epidemic. We don't treat COVID case by case. We take a systems view and we look at what's happening in terms of the culture of the country and what happens at the individual level. Every case has to be dealt with and looked after with compassion, but when you get this volume of assaults occurring, this isn't one place. In the same way that people are calling out far more assaults that have occurred in Parliament following Brittany's brave stand, and there's bound to be a whole lot more that just people aren't willing to speak up. It's not enough to say we're going to deal with it case by case. It allows people to brush over it and pretend that it's not a problem.
OK. At this point, I just want to remind everyone watching, if this conversation raises any issues for you, you can contact 1800 RESPECT or Lifeline on the numbers that are on your screen right now.